the fanfare. Joining me in the studio is Christine Sweet. She is the coordinator for classical initiatives at Classical Minnesota Public Radio. Christine, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Steve. I always look forward to this.
Today we announced the featured round of our 9th annual Minnesota Varsity Classical MPR's project, featuring the talents of high school-aged music students from across the state and from Minnesota Public Radio's listening area in border states.
Students are invited to send in their own recordings of their performances for a chance to be recorded in our studios and heard on Classical Minnesota Public Radio. And for the 6th year, we also feature the talents of young composers, a category our friends at American Composers Forum collaborate with us to administer. This year, high school composers have been invited to write pieces for piano trio, violin, cello, and piano, or for solos or duos from among those three instruments.
The judging has taken place. It's hard work administrating Minnesota Varsity. The judging has taken place, and the votes are in, and Classical Minnesota Public Radio is ready to announce the featured artists in the instrumental vocal category. And the 2019 featured artists and composers are, starting with the artists:
Charlie Gannon, alto saxophone from Mendota Heights;
B. Grant, a pianist from Waconia;
Elizabeth Kleiber, flutist from Hudson, Wisconsin;
Lauren Senden, a vocalist from North Mankato;
Emma Taggart is a pianist from Blaine;
Ingrid Tverberg is a cellist from Owatonna;
Jackson Wittenberg, guitar from St. Paul;
and Shuan Wu, piano from Woodbury.
And honorable mention goes to Ethan Rich, marimba of Roseville.
The 2019 featured composers are
Daniel Fleury of Rochester;
Ian Handeland from Dayton;
Sam Hansen of St. Paul;
Josiah Parsons from Crystal;
and Daniel Prickett of Minneapolis.
Congratulations to everyone. I think they just deserve a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Christine, what's next in the Minnesota Varsity process?
Now, 5 of the featured artists we just named will go on to the showcase round after they've been recorded in our studio. And they will perform in a live broadcast concert at Ted Mann Concert Hall in May. 2 of the featured composers will become showcase composers and will have their compositions premiered at that concert. So in March, listeners, and that means you, get to vote for one of the featured artists to advance to the showcase.
Minnesota Varsity is supported by the generosity of a number of foundations and individuals.
Kay and Jerry Erickson,
Margaret H. and James E. Kelly Foundation,
Andy Kyorpis,
Ms. Farrell Rich,
Ed and Jenny Ryan,
Saunders Therapy Centers,
Kay Savick and Joe Tashjian,
Bob and Jean Spong,
the Irma Wyman Endowment for Classical Education, and our Sun Up friends. To everyone who entered Minnesota Varsity this year, we thank you. We are proud of your commitment to music, and every year your entries just astound and delight us.
All this year's submissions are now posted at classicalmpr.org/varsity. Check them out and see what we mean by the word delight. Just wonderful music making from teenagers. Christine, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Steve.
And congratulations once again to the featured artists of this year's Minnesota Varsity.